So you guys have seen the mods on this thing. I'll be taking every single one of them off. Here's what's happening. I'm going to be returning this thing completely back to stock, or as close to stock as I can get it. And then I'll make separate videos explaining what the part does, how it works, if it improves your bike, whether it looks good on your bike, and whether it's worth your money. And here is everything you need to do this, including the key. So here's what it sounds like with the Ice Stunt exhaust I bought off of eBay. Hello everyone, how's it going? We're gonna first start off with the exhaust because I feel like that's probably the easiest thing to do. This is what the factory exhaust looks like, if you didn't know, for a Honda Grom. It is like twice the size of this eBay muffler that I have. And then, I didn't know this, they come catted. Didn't know that Honda Groms had cats. Don't know why they need them, honestly, but they do. This is what the fender looks like that they put on factory. Very ugly and disgusting. That's why I deleted it. But I will be putting it back on for you guys, even though I don't want it back on. Here is the factory tail light. Every bolt on this exhaust seems to be 12mm socket. So I have a 12mm socket, and then I got a 12mm wrench here that I will be using to take off this whole exhaust. There's 2 bolts up here for my exhaust, and then a third mount over here. But on this exhaust, it looks like there was another mount somewhere in between. I don't have the bolt for. This won't be fully returning it back to stock, but I will do it as good as I can with what I have left from when I had it stock originally and done these mods. And that's it. That's the exhaust. So that was 2 bolts and a third bolt for mounting purposes. They come with these spring clamps. You have to put those on when you buy it. It's very easy. They provide a tool and everything. With this clamp, it usually comes with a rubber grommet that goes on the inside to reduce rattling. It fell off. I know you're not supposed to do this, but let's hear what a 2025 Honda Grom sounds like with no exhaust. Why does it sound like bubbles? So you heard it here first. A 2025 Honda Grom sounds like a bunch of bubbles popping. Leave your exhaust on. I'll give it a start up with just the cat on so you can hear the difference. Now we have the cat back on. It was a little annoying to line up. I didn't remember how it went, so that sucked a little bit, but I got it. Now, we have just the cat back on, the factory cat, with the non-muffler. So let's hear what it sounds like with just a factory cat now. Now hold on a second. I don't know about you, but I think I kind of like that. Which I also hate the fact that I like that. Experiment time. As you can see here, we have that factory cat with the eBay I-Stunt exhaust going over the tire. Factory cat, eBay I-Stunt exhaust on top of the factory cat. Let's see if this works. Whoa. That doesn't sound half bad either. So factory exhaust is back on. Now let's hear what the sewing machine sounds like. If you know what a stock four-wheeler, dirt bike, anything sounds like, that's what this sounds like. The first step is done, which is putting the stock exhaust back on. I'll be moving on to the fender delete. So I'll be putting on the factory taillight, the factory fender, which also includes the factory blinkers. So let's get into it. The first step to taking off your factory fender, which this is delete kit, yes. But the first step is taking off your seat. To do that, you have this little lock down here. Key in, you turn it, you pull your seat off. Simple as that. Now that you took your seat off, you now can see everything underneath your seat. This is where all your electrical is for your lights, where your blinker relay is, battery tender, everything you need to know is under here. Can't take the tail light out yet because the fender delete kit holds everything in and together and clamped my plug into place. So what I'll be using is I have a set of bits for my electric screwdriver. It's going to be a hex bit and a socket. Okay, I got it. It's going to be a hex 4 for this at least. Better safe than sorry. It is a 10mm nut with a hex bit bottom. I'm gonna put these together. As I go. I got 2 more on the other side. Is it bad that I have 0 clue where it went? Yes. Am I getting a little worried? Yes. Will I find it? Hopefully. Did you see where the nut went? You didn't? Oh no! Good news, found it and magnetic. I didn't even think about that until I just went to go grab it. Put this right here. Your tools are good when they sound like a cheap RC car. Make sure you set those nuts to the side, and now you'll be able to take everything out from in here. And this is what it looks like. That is the fender delete kit removed. I don't think anyone was expecting to hear that happen. But here we are. That's a first for everything, I guess. So now, what I have to do now is, if you look on the fender delete kit, there's this little black square here. This is your plate light. If you're going to be riding around at nighttime, which in the time of making this, it is getting dark, you need this. but we'll make it work. Stock taillight going into place. It's upside down. Stock taillight going into place the right way. Now the fender is put back on. I haven't seen this on here in over a year, and I can't wait to see it come back off. Honestly, this is disgusting. If you like it, good for you. That's your boat, not mine. I don't like it at all. So last but not least is putting the seat back in its rightful place so my ass can sit on it. But before we do that, we should probably test the lights and make sure they work. It's brake light. Brake on. Blinker right. Blinker left. We're put back together, baby. Now last but not least, let's get my seat back on so I can ride this home tonight. So all you do, if you don't know, there's a little latch right here. You want to tuck that under this ring here, and then it will lock back here. There's also 2 more latches here that go underneath these rings here. I don't do this very often, so don't judge me. Not bad, not bad. Here is the Honda Grom put back together with the factory parts. There's the factory fender there. Factory exhaust. That we got it back to stock. We got the stock exhaust back on with the ugly ass fender on. That'll be the end of this video. We have now officially reverted my Grom back to stock. This is the end of this one. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in